This is the Riverhawk SportsNest podcast, talking all things NSU athletics. I am Sean Solo.
And I'm Captain Morgan.
Brought to you by
NSU Athletics, Precision Consulting Group,
and DJ Sean Solo Entertainment. The Riverhawk SportsNest is a Rogue Radio Network production.
You can like, follow, share, and enjoy the show. You can listen to Riverhawk SportsNest on Spotify, Apple, and Amazon Music.
Are you hungry or want to hang out for a cold brew with your friends? Emery's Grill has a wide selection of amazing food and drinks for everyone.
Emery's Grill, the captain's favorite, is a proud sponsor of the Riverhawk SportsNest and a supporter of NSU Athletics. So make your way downtown to Emery's Grill, located on 407 North Muskogee Avenue.
Go Riverhawks! Red lights. Captain?
Double check. Good to go.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is episode 512. This is the Riverhawk SportsNest podcast.
And I am Captain Morgan.
I didn't even say my name yet. I'm Sean Solo.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's all right.
You looked right at me.
I know.
You want to redo that?
No, it's okay. We're good. I like the natural flow
Jumping
of
the gun
things.
there.
Yeah. Anyway, we are recording live at Emery's Grill in downtown Tahlequah. We want to thank Emery's, of course, for hosting us every week. We'd like to encourage everyone to hang out and watch the show in person. You can always, of course, catch the latest episodes on Spotify, Apple Podcast, Amazon, or watch the episodes on the Rogue Radio Network YouTube channel. So be sure to follow, like, and subscribe. And you can find us on Instagram and Facebook at rh.sportsnest. Helps us reach out to the Riverhawk Nation.
And the purpose of our show is to highlight NSU athletes and connect the program coaches to the alumni, to the community and their fans. Our next recording will be on Monday, this next Monday. Yeah, we got to start this over. I am not even...
Really?
Yeah. I got next recording will be Monday, October 7th, or just cut that out. I don't
You really want to restart?
I don't have anybody for next week, so you might have to cut this part of it out. Trying to get Cassidy in, but haven't confirmed that just yet.
We're just gonna roll with this.
The second season of the Coach Darren Cheverini Show is recorded live at Emery's Grill on Wednesdays at noon during the Quarterback Club, recorded with Ori the Voice Phillips, Captain Morgan, and DJ Sean Solo. You'll be able to listen to the show Fridays on Lakes Country 102.1 prior to Keys football, or you can watch the full version on the Rogue Radio Network channel on YouTube.
You're going to make me edit a whole lot just in this first couple minutes, aren't you?
Hoping we get through it.
It's Monday.
It's Monday.
How many of those have you had?
It's only number 2, but hey. That's not the question. The question is fireballs, but anyway. So, yeah.
Oh.
No, I'm just...
Oh, that means I'm behind.
Cassidy, we need you to pick up.
Braxton, stats. Braxton, stats.
Well, it's great to have Coach Kyle Williams on the show with some student athletes. So we had you on the show this summer. So go check that out on Rogue Radio Network, as Sean had mentioned. And the student athletes we have are senior Izac Sisemore with juniors Klete Finley and Jaxon Gregory. So we want to kind of get right into this. And I'm going to ask, fellas, we'll get to y'all in just a minute, but I got to ask Coach just a question here to get things started. So you were, Coach, you were named head coach in June. Mm-hmm. You previously led the program at Cameron University for 6 seasons and brought a focus on offense, recruiting, and community engagement. So now that you've recently taken over the NSU program, we have an idea what vision you brought in from our last podcast. You mentioned you had 14 returners coming on, and you had signed 37 new student athletes at that point. And that was in August. So catch us up with where you're at on the team. And we're about to wrap up this first semester. So how has your recruiting been going? And what was your pitch to some of the guys that you brought in?
The biggest thing was just kind of trying to sell the overall vision of a school where guys enjoy being baseball players at, and not, some programs out there can be a little bit of a meat grinder, and you come in and if you don't perform, then you're not worth anything. And we want to build something where guys feel like they're a part of it, not just on the baseball side of things, but also on the school front, on the community front, and also getting a degree. So, that was the biggest sales pitch, and then playing time.
Playing time.
Izac over here threw 50-something innings last year, and outside of him and one other guy, there was nobody that had significant innings coming back, and no significant innings played on the offensive side of the ball. So a lot of opportunity to come in and win a job and just be a part of building something that can turn into something special. So.
Well, go ahead.
Now, you guys have already started. You've had some exhibitions against some other schools, and going from, you guys have been practicing against, each other for however many weeks. What was it? How has it been practicing or playing against another school, and how have you guys done?
Yeah, it's been good. We played Carl Albert about a month ago now. Played really well, pitched the ball really, really well that day. They only scored in 2 separate innings. They scored 4 runs on the day. Offensively, we had a pretty good day as well. So a couple big innings in there, and really just kind of did what we expected to do. Last week we played Connors a week ago today. Struggled a little bit more on the mound than we did against Carl Albert, which Connors is always a good offensive ball club. So a little bit to be expected. And then we've got some arms that are getting towards the time where they kind of need to shut down, just in terms of the longevity of guys going without a break. And so offensively, we played pretty well that day. Game 2 was really, really good. Game 1, I think we came out and tied. But we played well and did some things well that day as well. It was just a little bit more difficult because we didn't pitch the ball quite as well as we did against Carl Albert. So
now you guys have got, this is kind of new for us, being that we've been doing the podcast for 3 years and had the previous what would you say, tenure or whatever. But you've got some assistant coaches now. You've got some pitching coaches and that kind of thing. So kind of tell how they've been significant in help developing some of these players so far. Yeah,
so both of our 2 coaches that work with the pitchers are Cole White and Adam Scoggins. Talked about them a little bit last time, but they've been doing a really good job. I think the biggest thing that they did that led to the success that we had on the mound this fall was just the plan that they laid out. Week 1 of school, we all went and met in the event center, and they laid out the plan for the entire semester so guys knew what they were getting into, both on a weekly basis and on a daily basis. So our pitchers don't ever show up to the ballpark not knowing what they're going to do that day, which is very beneficial for them. Obviously, Izac can speak to that a little bit more. So that's probably the biggest change from previous years here. But, the experience that those 2 guys have and just the plan that they laid out for the pitchers has been really good on that side of things. And then Coach Schilling and Coach Rutledge helped me with the hitting and on the defensive side of things. And really on that side is just getting guys to kind of understand what they have the potential to be. And not putting limits on ourselves in terms of, the type of player that you have to go out and be. And, a lot of guys are handcuffed by coaches and they tell them that you have to be this certain type of player because you have this certain body build. And just trying to break that kind of stuff down and establishing the energy that we want to play with and that kind of stuff. And it's led to a really good fall. So we've got 1 week left exactly. So we actually had to move. Our first Fall World Series game was supposed to be tomorrow. We had to move it to Friday. So we're playing Thursday night at 7, Friday at 2:30, and then if we need a game 3 of the series, Monday at 2:30. Are you guys on different World Series teams? Oh. Perfect.
There goes your scheduling.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So, but yeah, it's been a really good fall, and at this point, I think it's about time to shut it down and get to the house and work on cleaning some things up mechanically and getting some bodies some rest, because it has been a pretty hectic and very repetition filled fall. So they've been putting in a lot of good work, and it's kind of at that point where it's like, all right, we need to take a little bit of rest and get to work on the body side of things.
Well, Coach, you had mentioned, you've already mentioned Izac, so I'm going to go ahead and direct your question to you. You're from Sallisaw. I'm a Mulderite. Don't hold that against each other. We're all good there. And I'm going to go back to just kind of like last year. Well, you're a senior this year, so you're going to have some leadership stuff coming in. Being your second year here, but looking back, I'm going to talk about last year a little bit. You pitched 17 games with 8 starts, and you ended the season strong. You got 3 wins in that last month. Had a complete game against number 27 ranked Fort Hays, Fort Hays State. So was there something like at that point during the season that was clicking for you, or kind of talk about that a little bit?
I don't have anything special. I just go out and play. I had it in the very beginning of the season, but Coach wanted me as a closer instead of a starter. So, and then halfway through the season, we couldn't get to the closing position for me. So he had to switch the whole lineup up, and I began starting, and we began to see success. So, I mean, I don't have anything special. I just go out and play.
Yeah.
That's it.
And you're conditioned to do the longer innings,
Yeah.
more than just to come in and finish up
Yeah.
last inning or so.
Yep. I always have in high school, college, JUCO, everything. I mean, just whatever they want me to do, I'll do it.
Okay, I'm going to kind of go ahead.
Isaac's the king of pitch count. The only pitcher I've seen record 5 straight outs on 5 straight pitches in a live at-bat setting. So
That's nice. I look forward to seeing that this year.
That makes our offense
We'll try to
sound
do it.
really bad.
Well, let me just kind of go on down the line here then. So we've got Izac, your second year here. You two guys, it's your first year here. Obviously, Coach Williams brought you in. So you two talk about your initial interaction with Coach, and then what you've seen since you've been here, and what your kind of expectations are from each other, or from yourself this year.
Yeah, I think for me, a reason why this was such a really cool landing spot was because it's super close to home, being from Broken Arrow, getting to come in here and play in a really competitive conference in the MIAA. And then just being here, you're coming in, like you said, you had 14 returners, so your initial thing is chemistry. Like, you have to build that with so many new guys. And I just think that we've done a really good job so far at like getting all the guys together, doing that. And then Coach Williams is very to it on what he wants out of us, what he wants to do, and everything. And it's really good. It's nothing that's really you're gonna sit there and be like, oh, why are we doing this? Why are we doing this? It's everything. It's geared toward the right way. I had a little bickering with him at the beginning because he wanted me to pull the ball, and I'm an oppo hitter, but sometimes you just got to trust it, and it worked out in the end. But it's been really good so far.
That's good.
Yeah, kind of the same thing. I was in the middle of Tennessee last year, 12 hours from home. This was a lot closer landing spot when I was coming down to trying to make a decision for the end of the summer, trying to find a place to go. It worked out. Not a lot of schools have my degree. This one did. So a lot of things lined up really good. I liked his philosophy. I liked the coaching staff that it was going to be. Because it's a lot of, everyone's played. They have a lot of player perspective they can bring. He has a good winning experience, good track record in the past of just going out, getting guys, and finding ways to win.
So did y'all reach out to him, or Coach, did you reach out to them? How'd that start?
Well, I reached out to a different coach on Twitter beforehand. I'd seen a post. It was new coach had been hired. And I was like, awesome, let's give it a shot.
Coach White was a Broken Arrow guy as well. So he was the reason that he knew Jaxon from before and had told me about him. And we found Klete because we were still looking for a shortstop pretty late. So
You guys both played at Eastern, is that right?
Did.
So did you guys already know each other and played a little bit already?
Yeah, he came in at the fall during our freshman years and
Okay.
transferred in. And then
Well, let's talk a little more about this year then coming up. So you've done some scrimmages thus far. We talked a little bit about that off air. And your first game is February the 3rd. That's what I'm seeing here.
Yep.
At Southeastern Oklahoma. So again, you're ending your first semester. You've got a break here. What have you seen so far with development from where everybody was at? Because it was so many new players, and we can tell that y'all have the chemistry together just from the short time that I've been able to spend with y'all. But talk about what you're looking at this year, and what you're wanting to focus on.
I think, especially just because we get so many live game reps, we enter squad 3 or 4 days a week. We've had our outside games, and it's just, each week it just keeps looking better and better. At first, pitchers have the upper hand a little, just never seen them. We're coming in from the summer, and then it just keeps getting better, and then it just ends up being really good competition for those 3 or 4 days of the week.
Izac, have you seen anything different from this, say, fall than last year's fall on the team?
So last year, it was very intense all the time, and a lot of the guys that are returning that pitched last year, they didn't get a lot of reps. because they struggled. But this year, it's looking like they're doing better than they did last year. And I think it's partially because of our new coach, and he's like super chill. So nobody's like playing so uptight. You know? And I think it's helping them a lot. Just relax and like know they're not going to get, you know, yelled at for doing something. Like they're not trying to fail, obviously, you know.
Right.
So like when they do, you know, just shake it off, get the next guy, you know, like just keep on just pitching and stuff. So I think that's mainly the main difference so far from what I've seen.
How about so when you're, this is a question for all three of y'all, when you were playing, obviously you were practicing against each other, but seeing these scrimmage games that you've been playing, have you really been able to see kind of where you're at? I know you've gone all over the place on who you're scrimmaging thus far, but you kind of getting an idea of what you can and cannot do?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing to look at, you know, since we're seeing those JUCO guys, not necessarily the outcome, but from a competitive side, like, are we going up there with the right, like, are we coming in here not like, oh, we're playing a JUCO today, let's go, like, we're coming in there, we're going to go in there, we're going to go beat somebody at the end of the day, and I think that's what we did.
Yeah, exactly. Because, I mean, when you are playing the same people every single week, 3 days, 4 days a week, it can get a little monotonous just over and over, and it's hard sometimes to find that edge to want to go and compete. But then both times we play Carl Albert on Tuesday, Connors on a Monday. I mean, everyone shows up early, ready to go, and we always come out pretty hot, bat-wise at least.
So kind of a question I have is, like, last week I stopped by the Connor State game and watched it was a 20-inning scrimmage. So it was no umps. And so how does that work? I mean, how does that catcher work? Like, I mean,
know how it's when you play basketball trying to call your own fouls.
Yeah,
I don't know
yeah.
how you do calling balls and strikes.
Just Isaac, tell me your experience with that. You know, starting you pitch, obviously.
So we usually have a pitching coach behind the mound calling balls and strikes, and then we usually just get two guys from the dugout that aren't playing and have them down the lines. So, I mean, sometimes if it's a close call, we let the pitching coach call it. So we don't really have to get the heat from the other dugout or anything.
Yeah.
I mean, at the end of the day, it's a fall game. It doesn't need to be a perfect zone. You're just there to get reps. If you get an extra strike called on you, so what? If you get the pitcher's mad because of a ball, make a better pitch. I mean,
Oh, wow.
Now, you guys have been playing for a long time, and what are you guys looking on as individually on your game that you want to develop this year and get better at? What are some of your goals individually to add to the team?
I mean, just be a team guy. You know, just be a guy you can go out there and you can always know that you can count on me and do whatever like needs to be done. Like if I'm not playing that day, make sure I'm picking guys up, doing this, doing that. And then if I am playing, I'm giving it absolutely everything I have. You know, just going out there, playing hard, playing fast, and just having a really good time.
Yeah. Same for y'all?
I'm trying to get a little bit more velo on my fastball and then just staying consistent. So that's about it.
yeah, it's pretty much just find that consistent spot, not just having highs and lows of the season, going on hot streaks and then getting on cold streaks, find the box, just being able to stay consistent throughout, find ways on base, steal bases, make stuff happen.
So, Klete, your primary position is going to be shortstop?
Yes.
Jackson, what about you?
First base, outfield.
First base, outfield. Okay.
Very good.
You like what you see so far, Coach?
Yeah.
He's got to say yeah.
I guess
Unless
so.
Isaac's on the mound. And then it's typically a long day for me when Isaac's on the mound. Although he did have his first walk of the year on the leadoff guy against Carl Albert, the first hitter of an 18-inning day. So
He's got
that was,
nervous.
yeah,
He's nervous.
you know.
I bounced back, though. I bounced back. It's
He threw
fine.
like
Pressure
26
facing the alma
pitches.
mater.
The alma mater got him.
Yeah, I struck the next 3 out. It's fine.
Made up for it.
Shout out Carl Albert.
Sometimes we like ground balls too, man. Sometimes we like ground
My
balls.
bad.
So one thing I've noticed with, the players, you guys are always a tight group, see you guys out all the time. How has the chemistry been in the clubhouse so far this summer? And
I think it's been great.
No, it's been really good. I mean, we're always there. Just either text someone to go hit in the cages, play ping pong, go pick up basketball in the gym. I mean, whatever it is. Just always groups of guys together, hanging out, watching football on weekends, doing whatever. Just finding ways to build team chemistry and stay within and not just be a bunch of baseball players, be a
Right.
group, a team that plays together.
yeah,
And some of the things that, you're talking about the team chemistry builder right there, but I know that y'all have, you still got class. You talked about your degree already, working on, there's a degree here. And I guess, Klete, let me ask you that first. What was the degree that you came here for?
Mechanical engineering.
Okay, very good, very good. And I'll ask y'all too, what are y'all studying? I mean, Isaac, you're about out.
Yeah, I'm graduating, so I'm a business major.
Okay,
Yeah.
very good. Jackson?
Business administration.
Business administration. Those are good. Those are good. So I know you have to do a lot. You have to manage your time with class, with practice, with the chemistry. Also, with the community involvement, because I know that's a big thing that Coach really preaches. He's got a history of it. But you also have to do the fun part. You still have to do fundraising at some part. So you've got a lot of things on your plate right there.
Yeah, how do you balance all that?
Yeah. So
I have enough trouble just doing this damn podcast and editing and
They
stuff.
said they
And
like to watch football together on the weekend, so we just work parking at the NSU games.
And then they watch
okay, that's right. Okay.
And we go work the Arkansas games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that they can watch football together.
Yeah, we love getting up at 5 a.m. on a Saturday for sure.
So how does that work? You actually go to Arkansas and you're parking there as well, like you do? No.
Mostly we work all the gates.
The gates.
Like, yeah, we scan people's tickets, tell them they can't bring stuff in, do all
Okay.
that kind of stuff.
Nice. But you still get to you get to go in and actually see the game then afterwards. Oh,
Do you have little buckets say, please donate to the Riverhawk Fund?
We should.
We need new cleats.
Yeah, exactly.
well, speaking of that, I'm actually going to ask you this, Coach. So, and you came in this summer. So, what have and we had talked. I listened to the podcast today that we had talked about. So, from this summer. Now you have talked about, we're in the MIAA now, and a lot of other teams have turf, whereas we have grass. But what have you seen or done anything this year as far as with the facilities, and then also with staff? Obviously, bringing on several new coaches, where I don't think we had that many last year. So that's always a good thing. So talk about a little bit about that, those things.
Yeah, facility-wise, we haven't done, so we put the grass seed down and all that kind of good stuff. It's in a pretty good spot right now, just from pure manual labor on it with the assistant coaches doing the edges and all that kind of stuff. And like we talked about last time, I'm a big mower, and so I like to mow the grass and keep it looking good and everything. So, but we want these guys to show up and, they do their part in taking out trash cans and helping, drag and rake and all that different kind of stuff. But at the end of the day, we don't want them to be kind of slave labor out there just doing everything under the sun. So,
Save your energy for something positive.
Yeah, exactly. Like we don't want to have a bad inter squad one day because we were, painting for an hour and a half before we got out there or whatever it may be. So, but we're in a pretty good spot field wise. Turf would be nice currently, but most days I like natural surface better.
I was about to ask you, what do y'all prefer playing on, grass or turf?
Turf.
Turf for sure.
Infielders. Come on, Isaac. You can be the favorite.
I would like a regular mound, but turf infield. That'd be nice.
They don't like. They're gonna have to
I
take the tarp
like the
off
dirt
tomorrow.
mound.
You get
so
someone to
there's-
make an error on turf, and then you can actually blame them. On dirt, they can just say it was a bad hop.
I can blame you either way. So. But no, so we're field's in a good spot. We actually just ordered a new pitching machine 2 days ago. Kind of out of necessity, not necessarily a desire. We had 2 pitching machines break in the last 2 weeks, so getting that, working on a new mound tarp, and starting to do like player package gear and stuff like that. So facility wise, nothing big right now. We're still trying to figure out. And 27 is when all the hard surfaces have to be padded. So we gotta figure out new fence, and the other big project that they're doing right now is scoreboard. So
Right.
those are more Coach Size, more level questions
Right.
than Coach Williams questions. But we've had a lot of success. These guys, they do a lot of work on the fundraising side of things, and so in terms of being able to treat them good, we try to spend all the money that they help raise on them, whether it be player package gear, traveling better, staying in better hotels, eating better on the road, that kind of stuff. So we'll see kind of where we land when we get to January, but we should look good when we're on the field, and then hopefully as we move forward we can start to get checks with more zeros on them and focus on the facility a little bit more. So
Well, we're still working on Sizemore to try to get us a beer garden in that right field area, because wait till this spring because there's always a group of us that hang right there, and you're chirping at their bullpen all day long. It's that's the best place to almost watch the game there.
John's had to make a trip or
he's
two out there before, right?
Had to go police it a little bit.
But I want to go back to the conference here. So, fellas, the MIAA, Jaxon Klete, y'all come from. You haven't played in there just yet, but you mentioned wanting to play in that kind of competition there. So, just talk about a little bit of what where you're expecting from the MIAA this year. Izac was there last year. Obviously, had to faced all the teams. From both of you guys, tell me about what you're looking forward to that, and then Izac, with you, tell me what you're looking forward to this year with the different team outlook as well.
So my freshman fall, I spent it at UCO, and so kind of just seeing, so kind of just seeing. I think the biggest difference would be just you see guys that are not necessarily throwing harder, but more consistently around the zone with better pitches, I think. Like I was just telling Coach Williams the other day, I haven't seen this many people throw splitters like effectively since I came here. I think every single one of our pitchers can just get you right there.
Yeah.
But I think the biggest thing is just being more disciplined at the plate and just knowing where you are and like what pitches you're looking for, and just having a more disciplined approach whenever you're up there.
Yeah, a lot of the same stuff. I mean, throughout the fall at Eastern that year, we played UCO, we played Rogers. I mean, they never had guys that were just going to get up there and throw you 3 fastballs and sit you down. But it was always just that ability in the back of your head for them to land a 2-1, 3-1 full count breaking ball off speed, and which is a lot different than a lot of JUCO pitchers. If they get behind, they're going to try to groove fastballs in and not walk guys, and then makes it a little easier at that point. But yeah, that's what a lot of our inner squads and everything. I mean, even when our inner squads are a lot of different. When we play Connors, I mean, inner squads we're getting a lot of 2-0, 2-1 off speeds. When Connors and Carlisle are behind, they're giving you fastballs.
This is a very hitter-friendly league, I think. I mean, no matter who you play, they're going to be able to swing the stick. But they also have good pitching as well. But the fields are, balls just fly out. I was at Fort Hays last year, and, I mean, I don't know if it was the wind or what, but balls were getting hit about 400 feet if they were getting hit pretty good. So, but everybody in the conference can swing it. It's a very, very good conference, so I don't know.
We had a couple of games last year that were the score was just phenomenal, almost looked like a football score, but the wind was blowing. I mean, it's basically anybody. I felt like, hey, just let me have an at-bat. Let me get in the air, get in the air, and the wind carries it out. So as a pitcher, real quick, how do you – I mean, what's going through your mind on that? How are you dealing with when the wind's blowing like that? And you just like, I'm just trying to get over the plate. Actually, it wasn't even going over the plate. When people were pitching, the wind was blowing so hard, it was just going everywhere. You remember that game? I think it was OBU.
It might have been Washburn.
Washburn, okay.
Yeah, Washburn was probably the highest scoring game that we had at home. I think the score was like 15-12.
Yeah.
It just kept on going back and forth, but we ended up winning that one, and it was pretty crazy. We had a walk-off home run on that one, so it was pretty cool. If you think about not letting somebody hit a home run, they're definitely going to hit a home run off that. So you just gotta block it out. You just gotta go up there and throw whatever. I usually just throw whatever the catcher calls, and hopefully something good happens. That's it.
All right, well, let's take a quick commercial break, if you will, and have a word from our sponsors, and we'll be right back here on the Riverhawk SportsNest podcast. Hey, this is Sean Solo. Are you in need of a professional DJ with over 20 years experience? Look no further than DJ Sean Solo Entertainment. I can help make your special event exciting and memorable for you and your guests. For information and booking, please contact DJ Sean Solo 72 on Facebook or Instagram. And as always, may the beats be with you.
This is Captain Morgan from the Riverhawk SportsNest. If you're launching a startup or need help dialing in your sales and marketing, you need Precision Consulting. We help businesses grow with real strategies that get results. No fluff, just precision. Reach out directly to Riverhawk SportsNest on Facebook or Instagram for a free consultation. Ask for the captain.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the River Rock SportsNest podcast. I'm Sean Solo.
And I am Captain Morgan.
So here you go. That worked better. Yes. All right, so in between breaks, you guys were talking about this hot topic of which players are more athletic, pitchers or hitters. So kind of talk about what you were all just going over that.
I mean, the pitcher himself said the hitters were more athletic, so.
I did say that, but I do think I'm very athletic. I'm just saying not everybody on the pitching staff is that athletic.
You also didn't go into college as a PO, though, and didn't PO in high school.
I'm just talking about our specific group, though. I think our
too.
pitchers might be more athletic.
I don't think so, man.
I don't know.
Look at Jason. There's no pitcher that looks like that.
That's true.
I'm pretty close. No, I'm just kidding. Hey, he's 3% body fat. That guy's insane.
Yeah.
Those Crowder guys are just built different.
Whoa.
I see something going on here. Something forming, a little rivalry, maybe a
I'm
little
1-0
bit.
against Crowder in my life.
How many World Series trips?
There we go, Coach.
Close the yearbook, man. Come on.
Deal.
Oh, okay. Well, talking about being athletic, and you'd mentioned before some of the supporting staff that you have. Can you just kind of go down and talk about, I'm a coach first, talk about your assistant coaches, and then I want to go down to the players here and see what, like, who they're seeing, who they're most involved with, and that kind of stuff. So.
Yeah, so assistant coaches, like I mentioned earlier, Cole White, Adam Scoggins, Logan Rutledge, and Matt Schilling. A lot of being in coaching for a while now, making myself sound a little old, but there's not a day where these guys come into the locker room and there's not at least one coach, and typically all 5 of us are in there. And it's not a thing where I have to be like, hey, you guys need to be here by 9 o'clock. Like they just get there. Like they're guys who are younger guys who are still ate up with the game and obsessed with, on the other side of things, from making themselves better players, which is why they were all successful when they played. Now they're obsessed with these guys being better. And Coach Rutledge doing, film with the catchers, Coach Scoggins and Coach White doing the throwing program stuff and film breakdowns, and Coach Schilling, I mean, he's out there at 8:15 in the morning hitting ground balls to guys sometimes. Like, it's the amount of time that they spend around it and put into it is something that you can't really, because if I'm sitting there telling them that they have to be there, it's not going to be as good of work. They might be there, but their heart's not really in it. And so to be able to have those guys to fall back on, we came to do this and they put the tarp on the field. So appreciate them for that kind of work. And, but with 2 little kids, there's times where I have to leave practice early. There's times where I have to miss practice sometimes. But to have those guys to leave it in their hands, if I have to, go take care of some of the kids, go recruit, go do whatever, and know that, practice is going to look like it looks like when I'm there. When I'm not there, that's a very one good thing that's going to lead to success for us, but 2 comforting thing when you're the boss man in charge, and that things aren't going to change when you're there.
Yeah. Izac, Klete, and Jaxon, talk about the coaching you've seen. Have you seen the coaching difference this year, Izac, from last year, the support staff that you have? But let's talk about some of those things that you've seen differently, and guys as well.
Last year we had a bunch of older coaches, which isn't a bad thing. They have a lot of experience and they knew what they were talking about. But this year it's like these guys have experience, and you can talk out them like as their friends, or like even if like sometimes they need to be coaches, obviously. But like it's cool to like just hang out with them, And I think they like hanging out with us too. We got a bunch of cool guys, so it's pretty fun. But yeah, just the main thing is just being able to like talk to them like another person, Like obviously the older coaches, like, you couldn't really, talk to them about things going on or whatever. But yeah, it's like another friend basically.
Kind of like the players coach kind of relationship kind of thing.
They're a lot younger this year.
because Cole's just 2 years removed from playing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, he's 1 year.
1 year?
1 year. He finished at Missouri. He was at NSU in 23 and 24, and then he finished at Missouri Southern.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because we had him on the show
So
that year.
Cole and
Schilling
both finished in May. Schilling actually played summer ball too, so he was a player up until like August 4th. And then Scoggins graduated college in 21, I believe, 20 or 21, and then played pro ball for 4 years. So he's just recently done playing like this spring, and then Coach Rutledge, his first year in coaching was last year, but he was a player in spring of 24. So.
How about you guys? You got meeting the coaches, and then you've got obviously a great supporting staff, strength and conditioning, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I mean, like they were saying, the younger staff, I think it helps just because, especially on the relatability side, like, you go up there, and like Williams told me the other day, I went up there, I got rung up on a pitch, I thought was a little outside. I go back, and as soon as I step back in the dugout, he's like, Gregory, go take off, go run third base, go pinch run for the catcher, and get back in the dugout, have a good laugh about it. He's like, I still get what that feels like, and I think that's really cool. And then there's always something special going on when we go over to that bubble and get after it with Coach Bo. He takes good care of us over there, gets us nice, big, and strong, and makes sure that we're getting after it.
Built by Bo.
Built by Bo.
He's like an unsung hero with the entire athletic department because to see such a huge difference in all the athletes working out with him now.
Yeah, between him and Kirsten, obviously support staff kind of gets a little bit of a bad rap, but they don't have the support that most support staff have. And so for them to be heading their individual segments with the number of athletes that we have, and it's a very thankless job that hopefully we do a better job of thanking them than some other schools. But, I mean, Bo's in there 6 a.m. to, 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. and then gets a 2-hour break and then starts his afternoon groups and goes. I mean, he's going 7-8 hours a day. Kirsten's obviously there. She gets a 1-hour lunch break, but then other than that, she's in there for football and then other sports in the afternoon. And it's just the hours that they put in and the athletes that they have, because they're the two people that really impact everybody on our campus and, well, all athletes on our campus. And without them, obviously, it would be much different.
It really is phenomenal with what they do with what they have. I mean, it really is, because with all the athletes they have, and then plus with this next year or two, adding the more sports in, trying to get support staff in to help them is definitely going to be a big plus. But they're both doing a great, phenomenal job, Kirsten and Bo.
Well, I want to switch gears a little bit. I want to get to know about your game day routine. I always, when I played sports, I was very superstitious, and everything had to be certain, 2 pairs of socks or whatever. You had to go through the same thing. What are some of your, like, game day stuff, pregame meals, hype music, whatever? What do you guys go through?
I'm a big donut shop guy.
Okay.
I go get me a couple sausage rolls, nice little chocolate twist.
Yeah.
Chocolate milk, then go get ready for the game and go get my music. I listen to like the same music every day. If I'm not doing so good, I might throw a curveball. You might see, could mix in some Rihanna. I mean,
okay.
A little curveball, just something mixed up. But as far as like pregame though, just go in there, get pregame swings, and go out there and get some.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, I don't have a lot of very superstitious stuff. It's if I'm doing good, I'll do the same energy drink. I won't switch it up. And if it's a bad game, I'll switch up flavors or something. But other than that, it may be a couple of things with the uniform or something. Not much, though. Not just pretty much getting there around the same time, make sure I go through all my hitting stuff, go do my infield drills, all that kind of stuff, and make sure the body's ready to go.
Yeah, that normal routine all the time, yeah.
For me, it's a pink monster.
Okay.
Pipeline punch. And then I like to play long toss on the days I throw, but that's about it.
Okay. Coach, you have any pregame rituals?
Coffee.
Put your sunscreen
Lots of
on.
caffeine. I do put sunscreen on. Try to protect the skin, but really it's just probably too much caffeine. I'm not a big eater on game days, so that's probably not the best thing in the world when you're going out there for a 7-hour day on the baseball field. But not a whole lot different than.
Jackson's got the donut thing kind of locked down.
Yeah.
But,
I mean,
go ahead.
If I was in there with Bo more, then I could eat more donuts, and then
Right.
all right.
Jackson.
You're burning it off.
Yeah.
Well, on game day, they do, on the home games, they do the VIP section is in that section right there by your dugout. And sometimes they're grilling out there, and they're So you might be,
Grab you a hot dog right
hey,
there.
give me a dog or a
I mean,
burger.
if these guys play good enough and I don't have to do anything in the dugout, I can, hang out. So it's on them at that point.
Play good so coach can eat, fellas.
Exactly.
Well, what do you want to do? You want to do them?
Yeah, go ahead. You wanna
All
go
right,
first?
let's go. So we've got a couple segments. Helps to get to kind of know you guys. The first one here is we call the Smuggler's Run. 3 questions. Yes, they're Star Wars themed. So, question 1. Lightsaber or blaster? The lightsaber is the weapon of a Jedi Knight, not as clumsy or random as a blaster. An elegant weapon for a more civilized time. Which do you choose and what color?
I'm going with the green lightsaber.
All right.
No doubt about it.
Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say green, but now I feel like I have to change the color. Go Hawks.
There you go.
I'm gonna go blue lightsaber.
Okay.
Yeah.
You got everybody on the good side of the force. Okay, I like it. All right, now question 2. Hidden smuggler skill. What's one skill or talent you have that people would not expect you to have?
I don't know. You go first on this one.
Skill or talent. Pretty good at hacky sack.
Oh,
Okay.
Pretty good.
I can juggle, but like I play baseball, so probably should be able to.
A lot of time on the bench.
Goes back to pitchers being athletes.
Right.
How many of our hitters can juggle?
How about you?
I guess I'll say I'm pretty nasty at sand volleyball.
Sand volleyball. It's always a fun one.
y'all play over there you've been playing over there by the fit any?
No, I have not.
No.
It's just making it up, man.
Been dialed in on ball.
On ball, yeah. Couldn't work
Coaches
that into
right
all
here.
your-
No, I'm not doing any outdoor things. All right. Question 3. Hyperspace. We were blasting your way across the galaxy in the Falcon to Tatooine with me and Chewie. Who from the team is not in charge of the playlist?
I'm going to say Zach Hoffman.
God, that's good.
We got 2. Everybody's laughing about it, so
We consider it in agreement?
yeah.
I'm gonna go Austin Reese.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
It's too hippie.
What are they listening to? Mostly.
I mean, I don't know. I mean,
Austin's just a lot of like
when
Bob
we're
Marley
over-
stuff and a lot
Oh,
of like
okay.
stuff like that. It's just very too slow for hitting.
I'm gonna go Sully Lane. You just never know about that guy. He switches it up too much.
You just never know what he's going to feel that day.
Too many genres.
Okay. Well, there you go. There's a smuggler's run. Good job, boys. Now, hang on, Captain. Let me let this finish out.
okay. I'm gonna say something here. So, guys, you kind of got some big shoes to fill. So, I told you earlier, Coach was on in August, and mine's are a little different. I'm gonna give you 2 questions, but mine are right or wrong answers. But he was just nailed them. Like I didn't even have a chance to read off the answers. So
The multiple choice, yeah.
the multiple choice answers. So no pressure. But
What
hey,
were the questions last time? Do you remember?
I listened to it twice today, but no, I was trying to go with something different. But this is the section that we call.
Hold on. I gotta wait for this to enter or to start. Nope. We'll be editing this out.
Meanwhile, Cassidy has confirmed for next week. Be here Monday night.
Yay! Good job. See if it'll let me do this or not.
We've done this before, promise. Yeah. All right, you scallywags. Welcome aboard the USS Riverhawk SportsNest, where the seas be rough and the questions be tougher. Arr. This here is a part of the show where we call Walk the Plank. Shipmates, here's how it works. I'll be asking you a question to test your knowledge. If you get it right, you stay aboard with the crew and you're a shot as the honorary first mate. But if you get it wrong, oh no, matey, over the side you go. That means you'll be taking a dip in the deep blue and facing a sink or swim question to see if you can claw your way back aboard this fine ship. So steady yourself. Are you ready to walk the plank? think we got some yeses there.
They don't really have much of a choice.
I'm gonna go with the ship question first. So, what's a crow's nest on a ship? Is it a captain's secret lookout? Is it a storage area for rope? Or is it the ship's kitchen? Or a type of seagull? What's a crow's nest on a ship? A captain's secret lookout? A storage area for rope? The ship's kitchen? Or a type of seagull?
So lookout.
We got to look out?
I'm going to go A
Lookout
there.
for sure.
We got to look out?
Yeah.
Very good. Very, very, very
Winner
good.
winners.
All right, shipmates, you now have proven your knowledge and you can stay aboard the USS Riverhawks. Now let's see if you can answer another question to become first mates of this fine ship. We're gonna go back to baseball. So the 7th inning stretch was reportedly inspired by fans standing to stretch, the president needing a break, fans needing a refill on the beer stand, or the umpire getting tired. I can read it again if you'd like. The 7th inning stretch. I'm the captain, Morgan, by the way. The 7th inning stretch was reportedly inspired by fans standing to stretch, the president needing a break, fans needing to refill a beer at the stand, or the umpire getting tired.
I'm gonna go with beer.
I'm
I'm gonna go
more
beer refill.
There we go. So this year,
Just
the
like-
7th inning stretch, if I start singing out the window as a PA, I may be having me a beer. So no, I won't do that. I won't do that. No. All right, first mates, ye arg. Congratulations and welcome aboard the ship's registry forever.
Now, Coach Cal, I don't know if you've heard this story, but there was a game last year that he was doing the PA.
Year before,
Was it last year or the year before?
last game, year before.
He did his best impression of Bob Euchre
It was-
during a game.
It was the last game. It was the last game of the year.
Can we hear it right now?
I'm going to tell you.
I
I'm
wish
going to tell you the story. That was the last game of the year, and we were not doing well. And one of our pitchers actually threw the ball, and it hit the backstop. And I have to turn the mic on and off there up in the PA. Well, it was the last game of the year, so obviously the equipment at NSU is questionable at best. So I turn it off, and I go, just a bit outside. Tried the corner and missed. And I'm sitting there back laughing, and then Don Veith, the sports information director, he goes, is your mic off? And I go, yeah, it's off. And I look down, and the ump is turned around and looking at me, said, no, it's not. So Don reached over there, and he just unplugged the mic, and he gave me another one. I think I didn't say much the rest of the game, and I was like, that was my last game I've ever PA'd right there. But Director Sizemore told me afterwards that during the MIAA meetings that got brought up. So I was like, okay, I'm done. I'm sure I'm done. So, but they let me back last year. Hopefully they'll let me back this year.
Good news is you probably weren't the only one thinking it.
Oh no. Rank tink. Just a bit outside. Tried the corner and missed.
Don't mic up Klete this year.
Oh, we can get some infield game insight.
Yeah, I'm down with that. We can get some.
It would be entertaining for sure.
You'd have a lot to edit.
It would be entertaining though.
I bet it would. You get a little lapel mic and just kind of get it out. It can happen. Mm-hmm. Maybe do it during
The pregame
an exhibition.
exhibition.
Yeah, that way it's MIAA didn't get their panties in a wand.
They do that at times.
We can do it when we're at Durant, since I'm from there.
Okay.
Okay.
That'll work. All right. Well, guys, did you have any last? Or actually, Captain, do you want to go over anything else?
No, we could talk all night, but we've been here almost an hour, so I won't prolong it anymore. I want to hear from you guys and kind of see if there's something.
Is there something you guys want to say to the fans or family, or what's your
Come out and watch.
Yeah.
It's going to be a good year.
There's been a lot of talk about it. There's some excitement in the air for sure.
I think it'll be a lot different from last year. I'm hoping.
Oh yeah, we can already guess that.
Hope is not a method, Isaac.
My bad.
Do or do not, there is no try.
See, there you go. Brilliant.
We will be better this year.
We will be better.
Hawks.
That's what we want to hear.
Yeah.
That's what we want to hear. Because after last year, I was just walking out. I was like, Never come to another baseball.
Yeah, we're trying to.
We want to increase attendance.
Yeah, we want more people to come watch us play good baseball. So, but the fall sports having a pretty solid fall season in terms of NSU athletics between football, both soccers, golf has had a couple good tournaments. We're just looking to build on that, and we're going to take home the first official dub against softball Wednesday in slow pitch, costume slow pitch softball game at the softball field. So
that's going to be
if
great.
you guys want to come watch.
This is Wednesday?
Wednesday.
What
Unfortunately,
time?
softball's going to lose their first game of the year. But you guys can
Cassie's gonna let that
ask
happen?
Cassie about it on Monday.
I will say, if we lose, it's because they get to hit normal and we have to hit lefty. So
Oh, we do?
I think we have to hit. Do we have to hit lefty?
I did not.
Gunner might
I did not.
kill someone.
I did not agree to that.
No,
I heard we had to hit lefty.
we're sending Gunner up there and saying hit it back at the pitcher just at the top.
Softball.
Simmer down, simmer down, simmer down.
Okay, what time is the
2:30.
massacre happening?
2:30. It might end up having to get pushed depending on rain tomorrow. If we can't get on one of our fields, then we'll probably do kickball at the football stadium. But regardless, the baseball team will be victorious in whatever we do.
Correct.
Well, Captain, I think the SportsNest needs to make an appearance.
Oh,
to watch
definitely.
this.
Wednesday at 2:30, we'll be there. We've got a coach's show here after that.
We'll head over
heading
there.
that way, absolutely. I do want to mention that your first game is, as I mentioned earlier, February the 3rd. You're playing at Southeastern Oklahoma. Your first home game here at Rousey Field is going to be February the 6th against Upper Iowa. And then you will play again that Friday and then that Saturday as well. You did a doubleheader on Saturday.
Yep.
So looking.
Conference home opener, Central Missouri, last weekend in February. So that'll be a big one. So looking to have a good non-conference slate. We've got a pretty good schedule with a couple home series, and then some midweek sprinkled in there. So ready to get after it for the MIAA schedule.
Yeah, that'll be exciting. I'm really looking forward to this year. So hopefully we'll get the postseason this year and get a little, maybe get a little further than we did last year. But it's great to see what you're doing, Coach Williams. I've heard it in the community, and the thing that you just mentioned as well was were the other teams. So the way that you're involved with the community and with NSU collectively. It's good to have you here, Coach. So thank you. You've just been here a few months, but you've made a big impression on a lot of people that I've spoke to already. So thanks for what you're doing, guys. Thank y'all for being here.
Yeah,
all the
we
way
appreciate
around.
y'all so much.
Yeah.
No problem.
Yeah, we really do. It's like this is looking forward to filling the stands next year.
Absolutely.
And this coming year and getting some W's and seeing some good ball.
Well, Captain, another successful episode in the books.
Yes.
A lot of editing for me to do tomorrow.
Baseball batting 1,000 on the questions too.
Oh yeah. Yes. Yeah. Exactly.
I guess
yes.
we need to keep a running record of that. So.
Yeah, but last time it was mentioned, I think Ori the Voice Phillips was like, I think that was the best captains that walked the plank that we've had. I mean, you were answering questions. I didn't even get to read the.
He just knew right away.
Yeah, he was on. So I tried to tough him up a little
lot
bit.
of useless knowledge up here.
Yeah, I'll take useless shit for 1,000, Alex. All right, boys. Well, again, we appreciate you being on.
Yeah.
Coach Kyle, always a pleasure, sir. Captain,
Yep, very good.
I'm Sean Solo. We'll see you next week. I'm out. Bye-bye.